Conflict may result to violence. Persons in conflict may end up in untoward acts that could harm each other. The worst scenario that could happen to them is a bloody fight which could result to an untimely, violent death. One must diffuse the conflict as soon as one can. Diffusing a conflict sometimes is like stopping a fight between a dog and a cat. Dogs and cats are natural conflict bombers. I had a chance of diffusing a conflict between Lucky, our pet dog, and Sophia, our pet cat. I couldn't figure out why Lucky and Sophia used to fire each other with the ugliest growl and meow. I shoo them as skillful as I am. In the end, Lucky won over Sophia. Sophia left us. She is nowhere to be found. She must be at peace now without Lucky in her sight. My dear friends, in a Christian community, according to the Sunday Gospel reading, Matthew chapter 18 verses 15 to 20, there are three ways of diffusing a conflict. First, diffuse the conflict between you and your brother or sister in private. This is something personal. Second, diffuse the conflict by bringing one or two community members with you. This is something legal. Third, diffuse the conflict by bringing this case to the community. This is something that involves community dishonor or scandal. The point of doing this, resolving a conflict, is manifested in the first reading, Ezekiel chapter 33 verses 7 to 9. A person or a leader who has been entrusted of the community is responsible for the community. He must care for the members of the community. If the leader misses this, he suffers the consequence of not caring for the community. On the other hand, community members who take for granted the care of the community leader would suffer the same consequence. In the gospel, the consequence of a member who doesn't listen to the community spells out acceptance or rejection. Jesus said in the gospel in verse 17, "But if he does not listen to the church, then regard him as a pagan or a tax collector." In verse 18, he said, "Whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven." There is no place for a Christian member who refuses to put an end to conflict, may it be personal, legal, or matters that cause community dishonor. To live in the Christian community is to put into practice Christian virtues. Christian virtues nourish community life. On top of these Christian virtues is love, which nourishes Christian faith life. For Paul, in the second reading, Romans chapter 13 verses 8 to 10, love will do everything. For love, he said, cannot do the neighbor any harm. Love fulfills any obligation to care for the community. It even fulfills the obligation of what is written in the law. For the one who loves another has fulfilled the law. Prayer, on the other hand, enhances caring in and caring for the community members. It also enhances leadership. Jesus says, "Again, I say to you, if two of you agree on earth about anything for which they are to pray, it shall be granted to them by my heavenly Father. For 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them." My dear friends, Pope Francis, our Catholic global leader, would wish us to extend this love to the care of our common home. the season of creation, September 1 to October 4, 2020, together with the world's 2.2 billion Christians, we are called to prayer and action to protect our common home, our environment. We can celebrate the season of creation by spending some time in prayer, considering ways to inhabit our common home sustainably, and lifting our voices in public sphere. The Mass is our greatest prayer that enhances our way of caring for each other and for our common home. It helps our leaders to be responsible care leaders for people in need on these pandemic times, and to be responsible care leaders for our planet Earth. Thanks for watching. Happy weekend, everyone. See you again next weekend. God bless you.